Gather yourself.
Yes. Breathe.
Hello, welcome to another Thirst Quencher, and today we saw some movies over the weekend, not all at the same time.
Some of us had to sleep.
Some of us had to sleep.
Shut up.
You know, whatever. But either way,
Sleep,
we're here to
eat,
talk about...
beat, meet, repeat.
Exactly. We're here to talk about two movies that we saw. We are talking about Marvel's Eternals and Netflix's The Harder They Fall.
Yeah.
Where are we going to start? I think we should start with Eternals. Unless you guys want to save Eternals.
I'm actually up for whatever, but
I always say, like,
let's do Harder They Fall.
Yeah, we can
get that out there because I feel like we're somewhat on the same page. God, I really should have got who directed this movie.
James, he is, the only thing I know about him is that I want to say this is his first director venture.
Really?
But he is Seal's brother. Kiss from a Rose?
No.
What? Swear to God.
Seal has a brother?
Because I Googled it, the director after I finished the movie, and it was like his Seal's brother, and I lost my shit.
Oh, wow. Shit.
Immediately started prancing around singing Kiss from a Rose.
From a rose on the grave.
So the synopsis...
Sorry.
No, go on.
That was my childhood for like the longest time.
My man was going at it.
People looked at me like I was stupid.
His name is James Samuel. He is a English writer, director, singer, songwriter, and music producer from London.
God damn.
So he has done other stuff. I apologize. They Die by Dawn, another Western, looks like from
really
2013. Doesn't look like it's very good, but he did a music department for The Great Gatsby, so
shit,
he's been around.
Wow. Well, I mean, that kind of explains a lot. This movie felt like it had some history behind it. You know what I mean? Like the characters may have known each other. I mean, obviously the characters knew each other from beforehand, but it felt like the movie had a lived-in world. Like this wasn't the first time.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a sequel to that.
Yeah, or any kind of connected universe. Either way, The Harder They Fall on Netflix. This is a movie about a bunch of black cowboys.
Okay.
These are somewhat historical figures. I knew about Bass Reeves, but I didn't know about the other ones.
I knew about Cherokee Kid and a little bit of Nat Love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I vaguely remember hearing about it. But either way...
I knew of none of them.
Neither.
Well, yeah. I didn't.
So they were like real black cowboys?
Yeah. Yes.
They were at one point in time. Some of these casting choices had... the only reason I found out about this is because my brother told me, and I caught on to a little bit of the controversy the movie has got to itself by its casting choice for... what's the lady at the... who wanted to buy the bar? What's her name?
Mary? Stagecoach Mary.
Yeah.
I googled pictures of the real one after the movie.
Oh no! Don't tell me.
I mean, yeah, she's dark skinned.
She's dark
skin and light hair, and so the Twitter's kind of whatever. But either way, this movie, it's this spaghetti western, kind of in the same vein as Django, like where it's like this. It's really like stylized. Mm-hmm. It looks really good, and it's this revenge tale essentially. What did you guys think about this movie?
I loved it. Like, I was not expecting... Like, I saw clips of it and they looked good, but I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, honestly. Like, I love how it has, like, hints of... I got, like, some Django Unchained feelings here and there and stuff, especially from the effects, like the blood and everything.
Right.
But, like, yeah, like, I love how straightforward and simple it was, in a good way. Like, I kept up. I knew exactly where we were going, and it was just refreshing. And especially the fact that, like, one, it was 2 hours. It didn't feel like that. It felt like it had a really good pacing, and it just kept going to the next thing in a good way, and it just kept topping itself and stuff. It was I
did feel a little bit of that 2 hours.
You feel a little bit
at a certain point I was like, oh shit, how much more time do we have? Like right about the time where we got to the point where they had to, okay, now you're gonna do the thing, like you're gonna I was like, wait, how much time do we have?
The first hour and 45 minutes kind of flew by, but then you really felt those last...
Like, for me, it was like the last 20 minutes after the big ending reveal and everything.
Yeah.
Once that happened, cool. Now what? And for some reason, the accumulation of 2
going.
hours just kind of hit me real hard, and that 10 minutes felt like 30 minutes for some reason.
Yeah.
I was like,
I can see what you mean. Like that last like action sequence, it really felt like they did drag that out way too long.
Yeah,
it felt like, because I felt like people kept appearing. Like, wait a second, how many people?
yeah,
It was
like,
still satisfying.
Yeah, it was
satisfying. It just felt like
so
okay.
So honestly, as far as when it comes to the characters that stood out to me, and I guess we're getting into stuff that we liked about the movie now. But what I liked about it, I liked all the cast. Idris Elba. I heard like his character is actually like a 19-year-old kid or something like that.
Yeah, that's the only one that I didn't
What?
look him up.
Yeah, like his character is like at this time should be a 19-year-old. Like he's young as shit.
Well, they took a lot of liberties with every single character.
Yeah, clearly.
So, I knew from just going in and just knowing a little bit about Nat Love, knowing that he was just like a showman, like cowboy, who did like shows and stuff like that, and immediately turned him into an outlaw. I threw all of my precognition of all these characters out of the window. Anybody that even had even like a scratch bit of knowledge, I just threw it out the window to paint this universe that was surprisingly really, really fun.
Right. It was really dope. Like how it looks, even the slow motion sequences felt like appropriate.
It didn't feel like overused or
yeah, like some.
We'll get to that one.
Yeah. But yeah, I just generally and Lakeith Stanfield obviously is a standout to me, and who else?
Everybody did a great job.
Yeah, everyone did a great job. Yeah. She needs to wear more bowler caps, obviously. Yeah.
I like how the movie, like progressively as the movie got longer and longer, she just got more hair that came out behind the little head wrap.
Yeah.
So by the end, you just had these two big ass braids, and then still there's a little bit of head wrap. I was like, what else is under there?
I am really impressed. I would love to see her more in villain roles. She does a really good, intimidating force.
Yeah,
like,
she's got that look.
She's great in everything she does.
Yeah,
pretty much.
She's just great. I'm definitely like this. Even makes me even more excited for the comic book she's doing, or she's helping create the Roots. Yeah, something like that. Bitter Root.
That's right. Yeah, that makes me. Yeah, that's true. That is happening.
Everything she does is gold.
Yeah, she's pretty great. She was great in this movie. They were all pretty good.
I really love one of my all favorite parts of this. I love the soundtrack. It's gold. It's great. I loved it.
I love the ricocheting bullets being used.
Yeah.
I was thrown off the first time I heard reggae.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was like, what the fuck?
They added a lot of stuff that definitely like was not of the era, and I wasn't even trying to be of the era, like like a parody of some other era songs. But
they did one reggae that they kind of actually remixed and added like a Western type like instrumentation to it, and I thought that was great. The first one that they did, where they just kind of just threw it on there, I was like, this is a little
like you're stretching a little bit. Like I get this is other university, but come on, calm down.
Yeah, you're going a little bit. I love the over the top. The only one of my few critiques that I have about this is the inconsistency in the over the top dramatics, because they started with just fucking. He shot that priest up in the air like Aaron Black.
I love that scene.
He fucking comboed him like Aaron Black, and then like I just wanted every death just to follow that.
This is true.
Yeah. Like, it's unfortunate they didn't keep that same type of energy up throughout the whole movie.
Like that shit was hilarious. I seen it. I was like, he just fucking hit him with a combo. He spent the EX bar. And
I'm glad they started the movie. That's one of these. I was checking my messages and everything. The movie started, and I saw that. I did.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I got my.
I don't need that.
Exactly.
I had like you were mentioning, it's the color palette that they chose. All the different like costumes were great. It's kind of hard not to draw comparisons to a Tarantino film. I will say that. But going off of that, I would love to see more stuff from him in this type of fashion. I don't not necessarily another Western.
Right.
Yeah. I want some in this type of palette, in this type of like universe that he built. I would love to see that.
Yeah, it was. It had this weird quality to it where it was like really dope. Because everything was super fucking blown out. All the colors were like really, really cool, and like all the buildings and shit. And then it's like when they step out of there, that little Redwood, that town, this thriving black town, and then when they step out of it, and when they went to rob that bake scene, see the
you're talking about Whitestown.
There was no color.
There was no color. That was like,
funny.
Oh shit! This is
I get what you did.
yeah. I said, this is cool. This is really cool. So, just elements like that put this movie like in a different place for me. Where, like you said, it was pretty simple, but like overall, combined with the performances and how it looks and how it sounds, I thought it was a really good time. I don't have much to complain about it. Yeah,
like homegirl with the big bug eyes looked like she was unchained the whole time. Yeah,
she just really wanted to wish a motherfucker would the whole time. Like,
yeah, and she got it.
I kind of wish she did like more when it came to that, like to see more that she can do. But I did like her character.
Yeah,
I liked her character.
It was a little. By the time we got to what they were going to do with this character, it did feel a little like ham-fisted to where like, oh, I see what you're setting me up for, and they pulled it off still because I'm like, okay, I see what they were trying to do. That is cool. Like, not only is she faster than the kid, she's faster than this guy, but she's fast enough to know that he's not faster than.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, that's kind of dope. So she's like a badass. Okay, I thought that was really cool because I was wondering for a while, like, is this like a character that's just gonna follow them around? Like, who is this? I've never heard of this character. So she was a standout for me.
I wasn't a fan. I was a fan of Lakeith Stanfield when he started. Towards the end, when it was the same.
Yeah.
Just he
started to change it up a little.
Yeah, it started getting kind of Shakespearean. Like it was way too Shakespearean.
Yeah.
Like he gave us Hamlet and all the hits at the beginning. Like towards the end, we were just getting to, the dialogue was just turning to like the B-sides of Shakespeare.
Yeah, dude. It's like the only thing he didn't do was like pull out like the red long handkerchief like and just like fall on the floor. Like, yeah, that would have been. But yeah, he got really Shakespearean towards the end. But I'm not gonna lie, I did like his character. Shit, I liked the other characters.
Yeah.
Although I wonder if the movie would have had more time to like give those the more interesting because I'm gonna be real with you. As much as I liked Idris Elba's character, I feel like if you took him out, the other characters surround like Regina King's character, like Stanfield's character, you could have like gave them a little bit more time. More time for them on screen. But then again, who would they talk to? Whatever.
What more did they need to do on screen to convey who they are?
Yeah, no, I think they did a great job getting through that. If anything, I was confused by Idris Elba's character.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, but no, I was more confused in what they decided to do with him, where he was automatic from the start. He's like the devil, but then he's got a good ulterior motive. But then they like it flip flopping, making you like be really unsure of how to feel about the character.
True.
When it's like in the sense of this story, it should have been just an all out bad character.
I think. I mean, from story retrospect, I guess it's just supposed to show like things aren't so black and white, and all depends on perspective. Like as we saw, like that the twist at the end and everything, like it wasn't really so straightforward as like him being the devil. And yeah, like that's why like there were kind of like clues of his character. First it seemed like he's evil, he's just killing just to kill, but then he gets to the town and then he has like goals and stuff. Like he has things he kind of wants to do for other people and stuff, just himself. Because he said he's like, why am I here? I could be doing anything else.
And that's those two. It was cool, but then they would flip flop back to him being like completely evil, and like your reputation precedes you, and he would just shoot people on sight for fucking like wronging them, but then they would go right back to saying how he's trying to uplift this town and like protect it from when settlers come in, but then he would turn around and like talk about raping an entire village, or
like the bluntness of his villainy didn't match the subtlety that they're trying to set up.
That it was just sharp turns after sharp turns.
Yeah,
with his character.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a little jarring when it was like, oh yeah, I guess we're getting into the parts that we don't really that were like special. Well, I guess I don't have to name that anymore. Either way,
I didn't realize that until you pointed that out, because I wasn't paying too much attention. But that's right. You're right about that.
It was only jarring to me because I was sitting there going like, we have aspirations for this black town, Redwood, whatever. But also at the end of the day, I need everyone to give me $1,000 plus 10. I'm like, oh, like wait, what?
It's gotta buy the town.
Oh, I think, makes sense
from the white people.
All right, we need this right now, bro. Like, I don't know if I could do that. Oh, you don't? What's your name? James?
Yeah.
Hey, no, he was.
My bad, James.
Hey, James was talking shit beforehand. All right.
Yeah,
He
James
was
got a
talking
little.
mad shit.
James was getting a little out of pocket. Somebody should have pulled on his.
Like he knew who he was talking to.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what he
stood
expected.
at. He was like, "Hey, and another thing, we don't like that shit."
Yeah, we all of us, right, right, guys,
right, guys. Everyone, yeah, everyone.
Everyone spreads out.
He should have. You know what he should have done? He should have read the fucking room. Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
He was walking off. He was walking off a fucking ledge. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was. He just thought he was real high and mighty, but I don't know. Like either you leave, you sit there and talk about it, and you leave later, or
First
just
off,
stick
I'm gonna be
around.
way. If I ever gotta voice some complaints, I'm gonna be way in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
I may have to.
At least make him try. At least make him try to.
Jimmy
fucking-
had brought up this point when we were eating that you're not giving out enough money.
Right.
Jimmy from the back, what the fuck?
I think he crazy.
Niggas been saying y'all don't treat us fair around here. What y'all think about that? You know, like
Who's niggas?
Not me.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I've been hearing it from everyone, really, including Sharon. What are you saying? That? Yeah, I would be way in the back. Yeah, this movie was. I mean, shit. It was cool. I would highly recommend it.
I honestly I can't really see anything I really don't like about the film. Like besides like what you pointed out, Heido, was pretty. Like thinking about it and everything. You're right. I guess in my head now I'm thinking like, how's what they would have done that just to like give him a little bit more to show that he has two sides.
Right.
I do wonder how they would want, because it's fine because characters are complex.
Right.
Yeah, no, it would have definitely been easy.
It definitely wasn't a deal breaker. It didn't pull me out of the. It didn't pull me out of the story as much as Stagecoach Mary just walking into town, forgetting that how news travels in the Old West.
Damn, she's fine.
She was very fine.
I think my one gripe, and maybe is, but I get it. It would make sense for what the character built up, but he also built up Beckworth.
Yeah, the kid, right?
Yeah, the kid. Like, because I was like expecting, like, okay, I'm really waiting for this. He keeps talking mad shit. I'm
He
waiting for
ain't
this.
doing
And just like the guy said,
Yeah, I know exactly. But I kind of wish I got the other thing. I want, even if he died, I wish he died like that instead of. But I get it.
I see what you're getting at.
Yeah, because it felt more like a joke. Like, oh shit, like. But well, he deserved.
Yeah, well, I mean, guess what else did I think would happen?
Exactly.
What else did
I
think
love that he actually had that bullet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Yeah, that's why I would have loved to see a lot more of him, like being an actual quick draw.
Yeah,
and a couple more other
he did like
situations.
He did like once or twice,
if that.
Yeah, like, I know. Besides like people.
I think it was like the first part started when they first met those the Crimson Hoods. I think that was the only time that he like actually did some quick draw type shit.
But even then, it's like not really impressive because they're just like goons.
Right.
See, look at this. We went to the part that say that things we don't like, and we just went back to talk about things that we liked. I think it's fair to say that this movie's really good.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely a must see.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking.
Please.
And they left it wide open for a sequel.
Yeah,
I don't
sure
like
did.
I said. I don't want a
Wide
sequel. I want them to do a different style, a different genre, but with the.
I wouldn't mind
I'm
hearing about those characters again, but I would definitely like a different story with different charters.
Right, I see what you mean.
Maybe if they go that extra mile, they could still do that. Have it be like a long, sought after like blood feud.
Yeah. Then bring Denzel Washington. He could be like,
No.
Some grand elder in a wheelchair
Yes, but he's like the best.
that stays in a wheelchair and doesn't try to do any more action.
Fuck yeah! No, he's doing willies.
Embrace
the guns on the
embrace
willies.
I'm not saying he couldn't do it. I'm just saying he should embrace it. No, there's the possibility that he doesn't have to do much, but be comfortable.
Yeah.
No,
I would hide on this. I don't need a sequel, but just the idea that some of those characters are still out there, that's cool. I like that a lot. Yeah. What would you guys rate this movie? Let's get these ratings out of the way. All right, where we at?
So I don't know. I'm conflict. I'm stuck between like a 7 and an 8 because it had some things that I kind of threw me off from the movie, but overall it was a fantastic, fun experience.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with an 8. I'm gonna go with 8 Crimson Hoods crawling on the floor.
God damn it.
I'm gonna go with $8 taking his revenge.
I'm gonna go with 8 Cherokee bullets out of 10.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I know what I'm gonna do now. All right, I'm gonna go with 8.
Ooh! I gotta whisper this one.
Oh my god. He's gonna hit it.
What is going on?
I don't know.
He's whispering sweet nonsense ears.
I don't like this.
He doesn't even know what he's telling them.
I know. I'm trying to remember what this person.
Oh my god.
Fuck it. I'm doing it. I'm just gonna go with one. All right.
The nightclub with the dancing black lady.
Oh, the blue lady.
Oh, the Smurf. I forgot about the avatar.
Yeah.
It was like a Smurf. Taryn goes, is she a honeycomb?
I'm gonna have 8. I'm gonna give this movie 8.5 blue dancing mystiques.
I know. I did. Those were the first things I said. Like, damn, mistake. Okay.
You know.
I thought she was like a lily pad pond. Taryn she thought she was a honeycomb.
The song was beautiful. The scenery was great. Her
Yes.
dancing was amazing, but she was caked up.
Yeah.
Like the gods sing her praise. That thing was great.
All right, we are moving on. We're gonna talk about Marvel's Eternals.
Yeah.
Feels like I'm still watching it.
This
Longest fucking movie.
This movie is following the how many of them? Like 8?
What, 8 characters? Yeah.
Eight characters.
One of, I mean, what does one? I mean, is
I don't
one of them
know.
actually a character? One of them doesn't talk.
I don't
mean,
know.
true.
It's the Eternals. Who cares?
Yeah, true. Listen, we're gonna get into that. All right, we're ultimately who cares? All right, but this movie follows 8 Eternals who have been sworn to protect the humans from these deviant monsters, whatever that show up,
And that's it.
and kind of fuck with progress, and that's it.
That's it.
And that's or so they were led to believe.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, until further instruction.
Yeah.
Until these giant space rock things.
I'm gonna have to open my beer for this one.
And he was saving it.
Yeah, saving that.
What were they? Cosmic Bionicles?
Yes.
So this is the newest entry to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Eternals.
Yeah.
It is 2.5 hours long, the same amount of time as The Harder They Fall
And Dune.
and Dune. And this movie felt like it was 6.5 hours.
Oh my god.
It was long.
Fuck a Snyder cut. This shit was.
Like you see those pictures where the people are like dragging their dogs who don't want to go outside. Like that, it felt like that was Eternals dragging me through its plot.
Yeah,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
Like it even there, you know how usually like the opening like 10-15 minutes is like a banger and they start the music,
Right.
This one I was like,
What was that opening?
okay, like it just happened, and then just like the rest of the next hour that preceded it, it just happened.
Just
to me.
happenings.
I was just sitting in the theater. Like this movie does not have any standouts as far as like characters
No.
in any way that matters. Like just when you think they give one character some time to shine, they go like, actually, this is a character you should care about more. Like, really? Him? Okay. Well,
And they pretty much killed all the actual characters that were actually
active.
mattered.
Yeah.
That actually were compelling to me, at least.
Yeah. That was kind of this movie is like all over the place. So I guess we'll start at something like, what'd you guys
What we think overall?
yeah, so what did you think overall?
Meh.
I thought the movie, the more I thought about it after watching it, I liked it a little bit more. I thought that the original viewing was really jumbled and convoluted, and I was not even in like in a script sense, because everything kind of tied together and made sense. But it was just like a first draft.
Yeah.
Almost.
There was a lot of fat.
Yeah. It could have been trimmed down a little bit. They could have actually focused on one character to actually fully make us like, and maybe choose one that's actually likable.
Yes.
I think the people that knocked it out of the park. The people that fell short fell really short. So there was like an unbalance just in that alone.
Right. What do you think about this movie, Clarence?
I don't think the movie really wasn't bad. It was a decent movie. It's just that these characters, they couldn't have done anything to make me really care about them.
That's where I'm
And
at.
that's not a fault of the actors. It's just the Eternals. The proof is in the pudding. No one cared about the books. They had good stories, but still no one cared.
Right.
But I also feel like overall I thought the movie was just very. It just felt like it felt really bland. Like it gave me a bland taste in my mouth. And there was like certain parts that were cool, like some chocolate chips in this bland like cookie, but everything else was just like blah. Like the characters, like nothing really stood out. And then the one character, I mean, I kind of liked Cat, what's his name? Cat Henninger? The guy, fucking Jon Snow.
Oh, Kit Harington.
Kit Harington. Yeah, I like
fucking Black Knight.
Like I thought maybe he was going to just be around a little bit more. I didn't mind him, and then he was just going because he felt like the human part.
Well, he felt like you knew him because he was just Jon Snow. So you had some kind of attachment to this character already because you kind of knew him. Everybody else
came on
was
screen. That's Kit Harington.
That's Jon Snow.
I mean, his acting, the lines that they gave him. I mean, he said Cersei the exact same way.
I fucking like this bothers me. Like, really, someone's named Cersei. Someone is laughing in the casting department.
I was laughing in the chair. I'm like, he said the same speech to Ygritte. He said the same speech to Daenerys, and now it's come full circle. He said it to Cersei.
I thought. Like I don't know, the movie. You guys both kind of hit on something that where I'm at. Like the movie itself is fine. It looks good. It's got a lot going on, but at the end of the day, it's not like it was a shit movie. I did find it somewhat okay. It's just that, like the comics and the movie I'm watching, the characters attached, I can't. I guess I don't give a damn about them. Like
I guess it really
That's too bad that you are in so much pain, I guess.
Right.
Is it over?
Yeah, like, ugh, okay.
I guess that's one thing the movie really takes is like they really take a lot of inspiration from the comic book, so you feel it on screen.
Yeah.
You feel the exact same way. And I guess like
it really carries over.
It really carries over.
They just are the most uninteresting. Like I said, the opening crawl.
I don't know if this is like a good thing or a bad thing, but the inspiration to Icarus, you guys see that? Was Henry Cavill's Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
I think he nailed it.
They nailed it.
Yeah.
They certainly.
Listen, everybody played their part correctly. I just didn't like. Every flavor was good. I just didn't like the cake.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't like the archetypes in the way that they were presented to me. Mm-hmm. When I say that, I mean like, yeah, he was supposed to be the Superman-like figure, but my God, did they pick the right guy? Because he is just wooden and stiff. And his character, like, I'm supposed to, I don't care. Like, I'm supposed to care about these people. Like,
like him and his fucking kind of relationship with Cersei that they touched hands once.
Everything isn't like, I've known you. He's like, Cersei, I've known you for over 7,000 years. Even though all we've done is touch hands. I'm gonna fuck you now on this beach because I love you. Like
I love you.
Yeah. Yeah, the timeline in this fucking movie was all over the place.
Yeah.
When she was asked how long they were together, she said like 5,000 years. But then he get together to like 500 BC, which means they're only together for technically like 1,000 years. Like,
still a long time.
I don't give a fuck. They were giving me dates, and then they would go back and show me the dates, and the dates wouldn't be anywhere nearly close to each other. Like, it was like they shot the movie, had the script, and then when they were adding the dates on the facts, they like lost the dates of when it was supposed to be.
The date, and I was like, I don't know, BC. I don't know.
I got to point out that my disappointment started with the movie because when they gave the new origins for the Eternals, it just meant that mutants were that much further away from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that because in my brain, what was the crystal they got their powers from again? The mutants.
The mutants get their powers from a crystal.
What?
No, or what stone? I think
the Inhumans.
No, not the Inhumans. The mutants.
No, we never speak that word again. We never talk about the humans again. Okay, that's not even a thing.
No,
we don't know what that is.
They're on the moon.
Shut up. No Inhumans. There are no Inhumans. Go on.
No, what I thought mutants derive their abilities from because I thought you mentioned it before. They get their abilities from some sort of weird
I have
crystal,
no idea.
It sounds like you're talking about the Mcron crystal.
Yeah, that's what I said. Crystal thing.
Listen to these nerds.
But I don't know, what do you mean by it? But
he clearly doesn't know. He clearly doesn't know.
He's got a lot of information confused. We can talk about it later.
It's okay. I got it confused with the whole seed thing. It's like my seeds are out there. The celestial seeds, whatever.
Yeah, the Celestials having their seeds inside the planets. They still kept that.
Yeah. Okay.
But whether we get the mutant from is obviously that's not happening.
Yeah, it's not.
No.
Yeah, that's not that.
Which is cool. I
but just-
really expected.
I love the Dreaming Celestial. They still put that in the movie. I love that so much.
Okay.
The what?
Which one is that?
Yeah.
Tiamat. They call him.
Tiamat.
They call him Tiamat.
Oh, the one.
But
the one,
he's a Dreaming Celestial.
the one they.
Now he's
The one they fucking ganked. All right, they put the fucking cord around his throat and just choked him out.
like fucking like Mary. No, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's got turned to ice.
I gotta ask some things about this movie. I guess we're breaching the territory where this will be spoilers a little bit. But
Yes.
I got some questions, okay? Because there are things that happen in this movie where you make it like they want us to think that they're kind of like a family for the most part. But then these things happen in the movie, and you're like, wait a second, that's not something family. That doesn't seem like
sounds
something
like
family
you
would do.
Sounds like you guys hate each other.
Yeah,
by the way.
okay. So pretty early in the movie,
family.
actually. Pretty early in the movie, but in a vindictive sense. Like it's almost like, is that funny? Was it really funny? So at one point they real quick before I move on to that,
Yes.
I did want to put some context in here. Okay, when it comes to the relationship between Cersei and Icarus, guys. You may have seen this movie by now already, by the time this review comes out, but literally Kylo Ren and Rey had more like of a connection than these two. True. Like there was nothing. And then to put this sex scene in here,
That was awkward as fuck.
like we don't even know them yet. We don't know their last names, so they're fucking now. Like,
You know, this entire movie just felt like
Awkward.
it felt as if Disney took the Marvel properties and said, "What are you guys willing to pay for?" That's what this movie felt like.
could you elaborate?
Yeah.
They took the Eternals, a product of the comic books that doesn't have the biggest fan following,
Or fan following at all.
and
I
they
guess
put
so.
that in the front to try and all. They use this to put their first Marvel sex scene in there.
Is this the first one?
Yeah.
The one
this
that we've
is
seen,
the-
yeah.
This is the first in history.
Oh, wow.
We witnessed history.
It was
And the first openly gay couple.
I was gonna say they seem like they put a lot of firsts in here, like they just gave him fuck. Like one of the Eternals. Granted, it's not
the Disney first tree. They have like
Yeah.
different tiers of firsts, and it goes all the way down. to
It's
hell.
woke. It's woke bullshit.
I saw that video like, whoa, this movie's woke.
yeah, this movie's woke as fuck, brother.
I'm like, I don't mind the speedster. I like her, but in my head I'm like,
She was beautiful. I loved every scene with her.
no, she's great. But I'm like, why is she deaf?
Why not?
What's it matter?
Why is no? I'm just saying. Why the Eternal?
Okay,
Why?
one,
Yes.
we're right. Why does it matter? Two, he is also right. If they are
Yeah.
create like the
I
Celestials
mean, at
said,
the
we're
same
gonna
time,
make
why
these
is one
beings.
gay?
Yeah.
Why are they dating?
Why is one a child?
It's because
Why do they look like humans?
there's I think at the end of the day we got like an example of
Why
of
would a
evolution.
cosmic entity make something that can't hear? Like intentionally.
I don't know, because why not? I don't know. It seems really, yeah, I get what you mean. They're supposed to be like functioning sentinels that
But her
only
character was still amazing.
protect
No,
humans. from the-
her. I love her character, but like
Maybe to teach them how to different ways to communicate. Boom, did it.
like she just knew a language. I'm like, what language are you doing?
All of them.
The language hasn't been done yet.
You guys are
Because she
getting-
made it.
Okay.
You guys are getting too specific. All right, you guys are getting too specific.
They
in the
made an
details.
origin. Okay,
Okay.
fine, whatever.
Yes, they made an origin for sign language,
and she,
Sure.
and she's it.
Okay.
yeah, the movie had some
I mean,
stuff.
they made
in
an
here.
origin for the wheel,
Yeah.
and it was what was his name? Damn it,
Faustus is
Faustus. There you go.
I forgot his name.
yeah.
They're Eternals. We forget all their names.
Besides the ones that like.
Wait, did I say
like
Faustus? Wait, was it Faustus?
I don't know.
Who knows? They're
Wait,
Eternals.
I knew it just like few minutes ago. That's another thing about this movie. Like, it's hard to get attached to the characters.
and-
They do things. Oh, wait, go on.
No, so, I just want to point out you guys were right about. I think someone talked about how the sound was kind of off. in
Yeah,
multiple
like,
points
at
in the
some-
movie.
there
like
was
there
a
was like
part-
whispering, like
Yeah, like where I could barely hear
No,
them talking to each
the
other.
problem with the sound was that it had nothing like it had no oomph to the sound effects. Like the music was like in the background way really low at the beginning. It had like no transitional like sounds or it was weird. Edited weird.
Yeah, and even some like the audio, like the audio, like I'm not sure if because they like recorded it outside or whatever, but like when Icarus talked to certain people, I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? He's
Yeah,
like,
it-
I am in
half the fact
like
that
it's
they have-
mumbling.
A trend with movies recently with really same thing happened with Dune. Dune had some sound issues. This has some sound issues.
Well, Dune, we were sitting in the fucking upside corner in the bounce.
I was in IMAX and couldn't fucking hear it.
Well, at the same time, like that's a separate thing because we know
I was right next to you.
We know Christopher Nolan.
It doesn't matter. Look, I can't remember, bro. My memory's going, but it doesn't matter. We're in IMAX. People in theaters couldn't hear it either.
Well, I was saying, you guys know that Christopher Nolan is this whole separate thing with his audio being muffed.
Yeah. And then people complained to him on Twitter. He's like, shut up.
He's like, shut up. He's like, shut up.
Shut up and listen.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up and listen. You can hear it. Shut up.
And I was like, you're right. You're right. But yeah, when it comes to this movie, like, it also didn't help the fact that, like, majority of the cast had thick ass accents. So when this scuffed audio started coming in, I was like, what did he say? Like unfortunately, a lot of the conversations that took place between Druid and Icarus got lost to me. Like I didn't know what they were saying at a certain point.
And this is why I trained my young ears to listen to Doctor Who.
Like I didn't know. Yeah, and the characters like they were mean to each other. Like, okay, so pretty early on in the movie, Sprite made it pretty clear that, like, oh man,
I was struggling so hard to remember that name. By the way,
Sprite.
Like I said, their names come in and out to me. They just come and go. Like,
don't get me wrong,
have it.
There was a point where like Cersei mentioned Sprite, and for some reason I thought, wait, it's like Mike Sprite told me. I'm like, the drink?
Yeah, right. Like the drink. But yeah, like Sprite made it pretty clear early on that she doesn't like, she's trapped in a child's body and she'll always be this way and she wants to be an adult and blah blah. She wants things. And then immediately, like for the rest of the film, most of the characters in the movie continue to make jokes about her being trapped in this body.
Hilarious.
You're funny. Yep. You're small. You'll never grow up.
It was funny the first 10,000 years, guys.
Yeah. Real.
I would be the guy that would still like grab her milk glass and put it on top of the fridge.
Get it? You fuck.
10,000 years. God damn it.
Also, Chris, you were saying something to me earlier, like, okay, so Ajax, Salma Hayek, who was just in this movie to be there and deliver speeches.
And to rock the fuck out of them cowboy boots.
Yo, she had that fit. She had that sick ass rancher fit, dude. She was out there. But yeah, like she delivered. She's a healer. All she can do is heal. Like, what is she even doing in the field?
Leader. She's been
the most jacked guy. All he could do was shoot
lasers. Yeah,
lasers out of his fingers. He was the most jacked fucking person in that movie, and all he could do was just shoot lasers.
Okay, now let's be real about it. There was a lot of things that we all liked about this movie.
No,
a lot of things.
Like I said, the longer that this went on, the more that I liked this movie. I liked the visuals. The CGI I thought was really good. The shooting on location was a definitely plus for me. Being out in those fucking panoramic shots.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, those were fucking beautiful.
Like I like them, but also I don't know why they just felt like very, like they felt like window curtain, like they felt very like, oh, they're there. Here's all these shots we did, but they didn't really add anything to the story to me.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
They felt like they were there and
desktop,
they were cool.
Like desktop, right?
Yeah, they felt like this desktop wallpaper stuff.
Good,
which is cool.
I love them.
I didn't. I just was like,
because I don't go there.
That's fine. It's just like I'm just like, okay, let's get to the point. You're helping these people. Oh, that's nice. Like, oh, who cares?
Also, he had a cult. Does anyone notice that he had a cult?
He definitely had a cult,
Yeah,
and I bet they were inbreeding.
Oh yeah,
he was fucking Xavier.
Right. Exactly. Fucking Xavier.
He was
now.
Professor X. As soon as I saw him just walk away with all those Spanish and Aztecs, I'm like, this motherfucker.
He's like, you guys are gonna go fuck no.
Yeah.
He's like,
and I'm going to watch.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna watch you have your little families. He's like, surely my influence must mean something to you.
Surely,
the other thing that really bothered me was their sense of just plopping them into just random. Look at this historical event.
Yeah.
Look at this thing that's happening, and they're just standing 2 feet away, and nobody's reacting to them.
Yeah, like a black man in Hiroshima. Like that was... also, like I know he's not really black because he's an eternal, but like Hiroshima's where you draw the line with humanity.
They tried countless times to get that scene out of the movie.
Really?
They really did.
Like, no, guys, please don't do it. Just don't put that in there.
But the directors were very insistent on keeping that in the movie.
Good for them.
But then that makes me think, like, why didn't he make something to stop the bomb from going?
Because he can't.
Because he can't interfere.
Yeah.
But
the other one was
directly interfere.
The other one was the literal slaughter of Tenochtitlan, and they're literally standing in the streets right next to the entire, everybody's just fighting and nobody's looking. Hey, there's a bunch of white people just fucking standing there. Who are these guys in
Are they
robes?
invisible? Yeah.
Like they never explain that. Like
Organization 13.
yeah, they're just sitting exactly. They're just sitting like Organization 13 in the middle of the town square, just having a chat. While everybody's just running around panicking around them.
Here, there, in the world.
What the fuck?
And
then,
Just look at them.
and then one of them gets injured and they somehow end up in the temple. Like they literally had to walk through the entire war zone of the city and walk into this fucking temple. Like it was that. I had a lot of problem
It
with
was a
that.
little weird.
Yeah, I
Out of all the
unfortunately,
time that you spent showing me all these dumbass fucking things, like
unfortunately, the movie does this thing where it's like, I get in that they were trying to show a size of scale and what these people focus on, but at the same time, it also helps, but it can't help but make us ask more questions. Like, especially that, like, wait a second, why is nobody? And then, go on, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, like, it definitely shows you, like, granted, I know this is all world building, a lot of world building to fill these holes, but it shows you it's not tight, and it's like in this first like draft in a bit because there are holes, and you're like over here, why?
Yeah, definitely.
There's supposed to be a lot left to interpretation because they're setting up the cosmic landscape, and this is what happens when you set up cosmic landscape.
Well, there's also a lot left to interpretation when it comes to unbuilt fucking characters. They're just overly powered.
We are going to be more introduced to more celestial things than ever eternal things.
Oh no, I was talking about the fucking Perfect Cell. The
best character in the entire movie.
The guy,
he died.
Yeah,
the guy who if they had gone through at least 2 more drafts, he probably wouldn't be in the film.
And he should have just been the main villain.
Yeah,
that's what I'm like.
If you're gonna have him there and be the main bad guy,
they don't want him to be main. They want to be the bad guy to be themselves.
He just said, "Hey, we're alive too," and left.
Yeah, and also
and then got fucking slaughtered.
He got turned into like a side project for Athena. That's it. Like we was like, wow, there's a deviant who could absorb us. Oh well.
And also like Athena's barely lucid, and then she's like, I'm awake. I guess I'll fight this one. And I'm like, you know,
and like they acknowledged that one time. Are you good? Yeah, I'll take care of her. All right, cool. Take care of her, and that was it.
Yeah, it not only that, but the motherfucker had a damn compelling reason. People were trying to hype Shang-Chi's dad like he was like the most relatable character ever. But this guy, he's like, you motherfuckers are killing us. Like this is our place. Mm-hmm. Like you guys are fucking us up. I was like, he's right. And then he dies. Like, oh.
I guess it didn't matter.
Yep. I was like, well,
like there was a lesson right here. There was I hate the fact, like at first I thought he was just going to be really bland, you know, like because we saw him in the trailer and stuff. But he became one of the most compelling characters in the fucking movie.
He was like a mini Ultron. Like they could have went so many good ways with him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I was hoping he was going to absorb more Eternals.
And he had a cool ass design. His design was sick.
Yeah.
I didn't care for his little nose, but I get where they were going. You know what I mean?
One thing they did give us was the best Superman versus Flash fight that DC will ever not be able to give us.
Man, DC's still taking L's to Marvel.
And I swear to God,
even in their lowest films,
right? And I swear to God, dude, they actually had me fooled for a little bit because I was saying this to my brother too. Like they had me fooled. I started to think, is it just me? Am I expecting too much? Like, is it this hard to make like a good a running motion?
Animation?
Yeah, and then the movie comes like, oh well, there it is. Clearly, like, they just did it.
They didn't need to do it. Just like, you know what? Let's just make Superman and Flash. Boom.
Yeah, because it's like you see this Ezra Miller shit, right? It's like he's committed to this fucking wobbly, stupid yoga look. Even I will give you.
Is it closest to a comic?
I'll give you that. I will give you that at the very. I get what they were trying to do. It is the closest to a comic,
but we don't want it.
But we don't want. We've seen it once. We don't want it. Okay.
No, it's not that we've seen it once. We've seen what happens when you try to get as close as the comic. The comic is sometimes a blueprint.
Yeah,
right.
but
sometimes it's a blueprint. This
it's
is
not
one of those
like
blueprints.
Not to be
guidelines that you have to follow exactly.
Not to be interpreted literally.
Yeah,
like it looks good when it's a still motion, but like when it's a moving thing, this yoga, even that fucking, even I will give you the fact that Snyder cut running sequence where he runs back in time and saves the world, as good as that scene is, even if you're a hater, I'm not a hater, but even if you're a hater of the Snyder cut shit, that scene, that Speed of Force scene was fucking good, but it is eternally hampered by the fact that he's got this
weird arm
stupid fucking yoga running when you could have just had this. Like this, it was so easy to do that. It
looked great.
It looked really good. It's like she was stunning on his ass. She was kicking his ass all over.
Oh my god, it was great.
She said, "You can't even look at me and hit me."
Dude, she was
Those
all
eyelashes
over
missed
him.
every single time, spinning through. It was so.
She was on his fucking bumper, and then that little like running and then like speed force thing she did, that little wave. I was like, oh my fucking lord.
Yeah, this movie, like I said, the problem with this movie that I have with this movie is it's very high highs and very low lows.
Absolutely,
it is super inconsistent.
Yeah,
and I think that's a shame. I think. Maybe it's editing. Maybe is I don't know what it is, but something didn't click all the way. At least for me, I know that some people really liked it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Then that's cool. I think the more that we get into this, at least let me rephrase that. This Disney's at least trying new avenues and new types of films when it comes to these Marvel ones, as we saw with like Shang-Chi, where it's kind of. For lack of a better word, Fast and the Furious-y, where it's like really like just fucking story didn't really matter. Loose. There you go. Loose. This is a lot more. They try to go for like an epic kind, so I'll give them that. They're at least trying, and you know, everybody. I was the biggest complainer of the Marvel formula.
Yeah,
they're kind of getting away from that.
Yeah,
and
this team did
this
team did an excellent job. The directors and some of the sound team and the actors, they all did a terrific job. But it's just the characters. I just don't think there's enough that you could do to make these characters near and dear to me.
I honestly I feel like, and this is just my suggestion, I feel like it could have like a little fix to the story. I kind of wish that when they first started out that they were more robotic, because they've, you know how they kind of talked about how, like, you know, they're basically meant for one purpose and stuff like that. I feel like it would have been cooler if they learned over time to be more human. But
that would mean we would lose the twist of them being robotic.
Like
I think they gave us a good so my biggest gripe at the beginning was when they walked out of the thing and it was like, "Hi, I'm Icarus. Hi, I'm Cersei." I'm like, "What you guys? How the fuck do you not know each other?" So then they retconned that by like, "Oh, we're robots and we get our shit reset every time."
Yeah, which
was cool. I think them learning throughout the movie would kind of dilute the twist a little bit.
I think they're it was. I don't mean like that they are human. Like, I just feel like, because they already have the illusion of like they're from Olympia or whatever. Okay. They're from a different planet and stuff.
Fake news. Fake planet.
But it would have been cool. Like, they come on, they're like blank slates, and they're just here to kill the demons. That's it. But then they hang around, they mingle with the humans, and they kind of like take aspects of them, and they start becoming more human.
Oh, then
they get names. Like, maybe they're not even named yet, and they're like, "You're
like something they could have did with the deviant that they killed."
Well, I think
oh yeah, he doesn't have a name.
Yeah. So here's a problem with that. I feel like that's two different movies.
True.
Yeah. And that is the thing. They try to give us two. We could have gone with just them in the past, learning who they are, fighting that one deviant.
This movie,
losing one.
In less words, this movie was bloated.
Yeah, it was two different stories, and I feel like, and then one, like, if we have kept in the past and they did all that with the deviants and everything, it could have not been so. Because I know Jamal mentioned this to me when we were talking about it, how like the fact that and this is the ending, whatever, but they killed this cosmic entity in the earth and everything. It's like, and no one came.
That was my biggest.
No one said anything
because I know.
What the fuck is S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I know.
I know
that's what I'm saying. Like,
where's S.H.I.E.L.D.? Where's Doctor Strange?
Exactly. Like, I know where this is like their own movie. And, you know, we're trying to get away from the Earth shit. We're trying to show the space shit. I get that, but at the same time, like, there's a head sticking out of the ground. Like, where's Shield?
There were earthquakes that were like catastrophic to the earth. That, like no one's doing anything.
Volcanoes were erupting.
And I think that's why the after credit scenes. I don't know if we want to spoil them, but the after credit scenes didn't hit because I think this would have been a great opportunity to introduce something like Sword.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely,
true. That would have been great.
Instead, we got a sword.
He got a sword.
Yeah, and
Death
Blade apparently.
Death becomes him. Yeah, the voice of.
I didn't know there was a voiceover by Blade.
My brother told me that. I was like, wait a second, what? And then like when you go look at the credits, it is Mahershala Ali.
You didn't hear the guy with the kid that you yelled at tell us all? He's like, yo, that's supposed to be Blade, guys.
Look, man, I didn't hear him. I was trying to shut him out because he didn't have the courage.
He couldn't hear him because he couldn't hear him over his fucking child.
All right,
this man right here. This kid could have been like high functioning autistic. This kid could have had ADHD.
He could have been a neurodivergent minor.
This kid could have been anything. And when the subtitles came on, this kid was just unapologetically reading the subtitles.
No, don't.
Is that why you yelled at him?
Don't whitewash it.
For reading?
I'm painting the exact picture.
This little motherfucker was in the theater throwing popcorn all over the fucking place. He was literally saying like every fucking scene, like, wow, that was fucking cool. Wow. He's literally, like when kids
having a good time.
Yeah, that. So like I was. Don't fucking
in so many words he fucking deserved it, didn't he?
Don't paint me to be the fucking bad guy.
He had it coming.
You've all been in the theater. This motherfucking kid was sitting here raising his fucking voice like literally every 5 minutes. And I didn't mind it.
He had it coming.
He had it coming.
Clarence, walk us through his exact words to the child because I heard it and I turned around like, what the fuck?
I forget the exact scene where the subtitles.
Shut up!
I got it. I forget the exact scene where it happened, but it was supposed to be like an emotional ride. So the kid he read this. He read his literal last words. He read them on the screen, and then Jamal, without hesitation, shut down.
Because he was this fucking kid was literally making noise the entire time. His mom is sitting there letting him be an absolute. Whoever that lady was with him.
It was a single dad.
Well, the dad or whatever. Either way, this fucking dad is letting this little animal just go rip shit ride.
This animal
in the fucking theater.
Cretin.
And I knew I was right because when we got up to leave, literally like someone took popcorn and had a fucking tornado spin. Like he went insane, dude. And I told Clarence earlier on, like,
the kid was sitting on
say something to this kid, bro.
Like, I have worked with children. I have a higher tolerance. I know what they do. I know what they're like.
So like lean over there, tell him to shush, and you do something. And because Clarence chose not to act, all right.
This was literally 5 minutes before the movie even started.
Hey, there's critical information.
That kid sat down and he said, "Tell that little seedling to shut the fuck up." The whole damn movie. How dare he enjoy himself? How dare he express
enjoy
himself?
yourself in silence like the rest of us, okay? Don't take away from
He should be a mindless robot like everybody else and just be quiet.
All right, you want the villain? Okay, here it is. Children should be seen, not heard.
They belong in the garbage can.
No, man, but like two last things I'm gonna shit about with this movie before we like wrap it up and get out of here. Yeah. Two things that really kind of stood out to me is like, why did they do that? Like, we've talked about questionable choices that they made. One that really stood out to me was there was a point where they explained why Cersei was chosen by Ajax to be the leader of the Eternals. Or whatever.
They explained that?
Like
they kept saying that she chose like her ball just came out.
Yeah, the ball just went in her neck.
Yeah, I literally thought because she was the first one to find her.
Well, apparently
she has been dead for like days.
Yeah, and then they kept saying like she chose you, but I don't think there was an actual explanation, was there?
No, not at all. But they tried to, instead of just moving on from what happened, like the little ball going in her neck, they tried to keep explaining it. Like, no, that happened because you're the leader of the team.
You're the leader.
Like they kept trying to elaborate on it, and how they chose to do it. They were like, you are the one who's lived among the humans. You understand them, and you have a deep connection to them. So of course you're being the lead. And I'm like, after what, thousands of years, she only has a boyfriend. Like that, they're not in a serious relationship. maybe they are.
No, they're not. She won't let them move in.
Right, that's right.
But homeboy literally is a father
that's
and
what
has
I'm
a
saying.
kid.
Like Faustus has a son and a husband. How does he not?
You know why? Because he told her at Hiroshima that I give up on humans.
Yep. He said, I am done. I'm done playing my role. I'm just going to go out here and do what I want to do.
Yep.
Right. Still wild at Hiroshima, by the way. But also the other thing that kind of stood out.
She's a terrible teacher as well.
Yes, actually.
When the earthquake
really
hit, she let children outside of the desks just standing there, and then right next to a window.
She's like, no shelter in place. She's actually go look at the window.
It's like, instead of grabbing them and just throwing them under the table, she's like,
So weird. And then the other thing is like, if they killed this celestial that was being born inside Earth, like she turned it either to marble or ice.
Put it to sleep. They put it to sleep.
No, you didn't.
Its property is of marble or either ice, correct? She turned it into something
the whole
else.
thing that they're
Clarence, I only say this, that they killed them because they kept struggling with the choice of whether to kill the celestial or tell it what to do, and they kept saying like, no, okay, we kept saying
we were going to put it to sleep.
Yeah,
it's not that they were struggling to decide this. It's them struggling to, should we go against the things that we serve?
They were struggling though.
That's the idea, but they put it to sleep.
No, they put it to sleep.
I know that's what they talked about, telling it what to do, but they kept saying like, do we really want to kill? I've never killed any, because she kept saying I've never killed anything before.
She did deliberately say, like, I've never killed anything before.
Like
to imply that what they're doing
was going to kill the celestial.
Now, regardless of whatever happened to it, is that the fact that she transformed it into what appears to be marble or either ice. Either way, like whatever option it is, either way, we should be dead. Like if it even pierces the crust, the planet is destroyed.
From the Earth's core, it
doesn't matter.
It brought it all up.
Doesn't matter.
All of it.
It literally the Earth's plates would actually literally like do this, and like the planet would be destroyed.
We should be out of orbit right now. We should be. Because this
should be ooh.
I'm not.
Where was Dr. Strange?
Exactly. Like I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure whatever they did,
they literally showed what would happen if if a hand literally kind of, or fingers kind of just poked out, the whole Earth just collapsed, or a planet just collapsed on itself. So,
but you know what? It looks cool.
It did look cool.
It
looks cool as fuck.
We'll ignore that. It's fine.
I was like, the Tribute Celestial.
But it was weird, and going on how she changed it and everything. It was really weird how out of nowhere her powers rules changed, and maybe I missed something, or maybe they explained something else. But she went from I can't change sentient beings at all to I can.
Yeah,
no, you thought that was weird? How about the pool she fell into was 10 feet deep, then she stood up and it was down to her fucking ankles? How about that? True. How about that being weird?
I didn't realize it.
That is also true.
Yeah, it's also
yeah. Just
true.
And then like
I didn't give a fuck that she changed him into a tree at that point.
Also, where'd this knife come from that Sprite had? Like they just kept showing this little Japanese dagger that she was carrying around. Like it was really strange.
I don't know.
Like they never elaborated on that. This movie's like literally all over the fucking place.
Either way, we're in the rambling territory.
I think we're able to wrap it up.
I just want to say one thing: the fact that Icarus decided to just die and then fly into the sun, I fucking burst out laughing.
I forgot all about that. Like he literally just said,
just like goodbye.
He said, actually, he's like, actually, I lied to you, so I'm gonna kill myself now. He just said, I'm so sad.
I'm sad. I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna fucking die though.
I was wrong. You were right. I'm dead.
I think with that being said, I think we're at the point we can wrap it up.
Yeah. Let's rate this movie, guys.
All right, so go ahead. What do you rate this movie?
All right,
getting put on point.
I will give this movie like 6.5 throat balls.
Holy shit!
What up, man?
Who was that?
Roach.
Oh, hey. Oh, shit. All right. I give this movie like 6.5 throat balls out of
He took mine.
Yeah, nigga. Readjust.
I'll give this movie I'll go 6.7 Salma Hayek Mesopotamian hats out of 10.
I'll give it 6 Angelina Jolie eye twitches out of 10.
The fuck was that for?
Those are great. Those were great. It was just showing her losing her grip and the way that was great.
Yeah, the only, I'm sorry to cut you off. The only thing I liked about that was the only thing that I really liked that was like a subplot was the geriatric, the Alzheimer episode of it. Yeah, so I really fucked with that. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna give it 5 fucking 5 random knives from Sprite out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay.
This was just for the cosmic landscape. You won't care about the Eternals in 5 years or less.
That's true.
Less. Way less.
I didn't care about them walking out of the theater.
I didn't care about them before the credits rolled.
Apparently, like, what's her face is not going to do the sequel though. The girl who did this run, the director.
Well, maybe we'll get I don't know some more.
Because they're coming back, guys.
Of course they are.
We got Word of the Living Tribunal, and we got Celestials before we got Galactus.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
oh my God, people are gonna be so confused. They'll be like, "Wait, I thought was Galactus not in the last one?"
Wait, I remember seeing him. Wasn't he?
He had the eyes.
Yeah,
he was big and purple.
But with that said, thank you for joining us in another episode of the Third Quencher.
Woo woo.
I almost said the other one.
I mean, it's still whatever. Yeah, it's the same thing. But yeah, welcome to another episode of the Thirst Quencher, where if you guys like what you heard here, please like and subscribe. Leave us a review. Did you like Eternals?
What did you think of Eternals? Who was your favorite character?
What did you think of Harder They Fall?
If you can remember the movie,
what?
Harder They Fall was sick.
Yeah, fucking sick. Actually, I'm not taking any other.
We're not biased.
Yeah. Not at all.
Make sure you follow us on all social media at Thirsty Nerds Podcast. You can follow me at just_Uno on Instagram.
You can follow me at King Create
Next.
X. No. King Creates X. All K's, no C's on Instagram or Twitter.
You can follow me at Stooge Prime on Twitter.
You can follow me at Art of Sumo on Instagram and Twitter. I'm on Twitter more. No, I'm on Instagram more. Yeah.
He's actually on Tinder more.
Yeah, exactly.
I got bands.
Hey, man, get off them.
But thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Peace out, nerds.
Let him slay his kaiju in peace.
Yes.